Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of hardcore Minecraft. And as we load into the world, we will be able to look around and remember that I said I was going to come into this video with a plan. Do you want to know what it is? First, I'm going to remember the plan. And second, I'm going to implement it. So, we're going to get Garuda, and we're going to blow this popsicle stand. We are going to move on to bigger and better climates. And we're going to do that right after making an iron axe, because this stone one's about gone, and I deserve nice things. I don't have any sticks. You know, we'll make a better axe later. First things first, we need to... Yeah, we can just go straight down here, and then make our way. We won't need to make too much of a complicated thing about it, and then we'll just, you know, leave them in the boat while we sort out the housing situation. Alright, so, Incredible Journey, Part 2. I have a bed on me, and Best Bird is coming along, so we are about to go and strike out for a more permanent residence across the ocean. Come on. There we go. He has now been convinced. And it is time for us to be pleased with our success and strike out Flappy Garuda alongside. And we're just going to make our way to where we want to go. Which is only, I don't know, 500 or 600 blocks in this direction, something like that. So we'll go down this side of the coastline, and then as we approach the nether portal ruined on that side, we'll be able to cut across, and then that sort of sandbar there with the savanna trees in the distance, that'll be right where we want to go. And I thought I might build there, but ultimately, upon reflection, I figure we'll just we'll build up on the other side, sort of with the where the dark forest and the jungle and the Savannah village are at. We're just gonna build all in that area there on the mountainside there. So I guess it's actually in front of a normal forest, but we'll have the jungle there to be a cool little thing to notice. Because the basic thought process went, you know, I could build like an oceanside plot, but that made me, you know, like it's fine, but I don't want the first house to be there. I wanted it to be a little more land centered. And savannas are fine, but you know, the yellowness of the grass and the sort of arid nature. I don't know if it even ever rains there, and I like the sound of rain. So, you know, I want the house to be in a more beautiful environment. There's that hill there that we could choose. A nice tall hill is always good. We'll just leave Garuda in the boat until we get it totally sorted out. So, material. Birch is like really pretty as the white wood, and then we'll probably get some dark oak to sort of balance that out with accents, or with the outside, I think is what we'll go with. Because really, if I just knock a lot of yeah, how close are we? Where do the three meet? Yeah, so if we just sort of clear... I don't think I have the appropriate tool to clear that on me. And speaking of appropriate tool, it's time to make one. And to do that, sticks into an iron axe. And now, finally, at long last, I've showed my ability to sort of craft a limited number of things. So, we've got the jungle here and the dark forest there. I think maybe if we build on that little area, but it's still like a little bit far from the village. Nope, this seems like a good place right here. And if we want to make a bigger sort of setup here later on, we'll be able to do that quite easily. But we'll build right around here on the top level. Just get a little house going on, and we'll be able to gaze out in the beautiful distance, and then also, you know, at the ocean on the other side. And ultimately, I'll probably end up like cutting all of the trees that are in this small area here, and doing a couple different levels and setting up farms for food. As a viewer very thoughtfully drew me out an excellent picture of how to maximize crop efficiency. So I'm going to try to be doing that with, you know, mass irrigation with a crop rotation, so that we're growing several different things in an efficient manner. And even beyond that, we're going to, whenever this happens, try to manage our inventory slightly better. So, you know, you let me know what you think of that. I am going to grab a non-stylish helmet just to save up a little bit of the aqua affinity. And right now I just need to toss all the stuff in here. Not the bed though, never the bed. And I think I am going to save the golden apple as well to travel around with, because they are very, very powerful. Apparently they even give you temporary hit points, so like a buffer, a shield on top of your real hit points, which is beyond excellent. It is just a marvel, the best thing that you can get. Alright, so now finally we're going to eat some more chicken because Garuda's not around. You know, he's not judgmental, but it makes you feel guilty anyway. It would be like if your best friend was a tree and then you went around chopping all of these down right in front of him. He'd be like, oh yeah, that guy, I never liked him anyway. But you'd feel, I mean, a little as if you were behaving badly. And I do need to make... So I need to make a safe spot for the night here. Truly the most agonizing builder of all time. And I'm trying to do it quick too, which is you know, something I shouldn't have admitted, given the results that you're all witnessing. So I have a very limited amount of time until night properly falls, and then there's going to be some danger here, but I think we're fine. I think we'll be okay. Just be able to run right here, put a door on. If I had a door. Alright, so we will put a crafting table here. Garuda freaking out a little bit, but it's gonna be alright, buddy. And I left the seeds somewhere else, and even though we are good friends, sometimes he panics a little bit, and you just need to carefully crack the boat. Capsize, come on, buddy. Let us go to safety. Alright. And now, it's like I need to be able to go further in. Garuda, get back here this instant. Come on, buddy. A safe night. All right, there we go. And we're gonna lay down and be able to have our friend in a nice safe setting. A ritual seed of mourning. I forgot that I sent him to bed hungry. That's pretty bad of me. Sorry, old friend. And then we're going to carefully shut him up. He'll be nice and safe, and then we can go on to get more of our resources here, which is just what we'll do. First, clear a little bit more land. And if I had a hoe, that would be good. I think, no, I do have an efficiency gold one. That one's probably going to break in like 4 seconds. I can just make one here in a bit. Whenever I want to start farming a little bit more. But this is going to be alright because we're going to set up a smelter pretty soon. So none of this wood is going to be, or an auto smelter rather than a furnace. But because we've got, we've got plenty of iron, all the iron that we need actually, because we've got abrasive iron tools. We'll need to make another iron shovel soon. I'll actually do that a bit later though. Ah, creeper. So, now, freshly armed with the sight of an enemy, we're going to go sort it out. It's actually going to be in the water, so... yeah, this is fine. We'll let them get a little bit closer and then do a bash. Okay, yes. In the water, of course, you cannot hear them scream, but you also don't really get too much out of it. Is this just a place where roses grow, or do we have a flower sort of forest going on? We will check it out. Looks like just a lot of roses. A lot of roses, though. It's an old growth birch forest, so they tend to be slightly taller, but they're just one thickness, so it's not as good as it could be. I don't need the bed and the hot bar for right now. But we're just going to... We'll come back over here, build a chest, and pick up where things are left off here. Because, of course, the leaves will crack on their own accord if you remove the bracing wood from them. Garuda can't see. We'll turn our back and chomp down on some delicious cooked chicken. And once again, the crafting table is necessary to make larger stuff. So there's our bucket, fantastic bucket technology. And to make a chest, you go like so? Yeah, that's so much slower than finding the thing myself. But maybe if I do that long enough, it'll have more efficient results. Or rather, no, I don't need to make the smelter now. I need to go and get the rest of my junk. And to that end, we're leaving almost everything here, but not everything. Obviously, you don't want to go out without any food at all. The iron, I don't love going out without my iron, but it would be fine. We've got tools in fine enough condition, and actually that's not true, so I'm going to get this shovel because that one is going to break in absolutely no time. A couple more apples. Oak trees are nice for that, but we're going to go ahead and strike out across the ocean in search of our old house. The beautiful dirt of the ancient habitations, but a little bit of a wildfire here. We're not going to worry about it. I don't think it'll spread too far, even though it never rains in the savannah, and I talked about how arid of a climate it was earlier. I think that won't be foreshadowing. I think that'll be totally okay. And we'll leave the stuff in that chest because we're, coming right back this way, and then just head on over. Man, I kind of want to build up there. Man. You know, I really should go up there and see what it looks like first before I build a house for real. But I am gonna come and get my stuff. Am I? No. No, I'm not. I'm gonna change my mind because I feel like this area here, you know, it's not super close to the village, and there is the Pillager outpost. But maybe that's a village. Maybe that is a roof, and we'll have an even prettier place to build. I actually think it might be a roof. Do we have a structure? If I lean, I'll get information quicker. And yes, by leaning slightly closer to the monitor, I have determined that I think that is indeed a structure, and that we are going to find a village in this direction as well. This is some of the things that leaning closer to the computer taught me. I'm not going to be able to tell you all of them. There's some knowledge that simply can't be shared, but if you lean closer to your computer monitor, not too close, you don't want to bump your nose or anything, or even your phone if you happen to be watching on a phone, then you might sometimes notice that there's more than previously met the eye. And yes, my leaning was quite fruitful indeed, because we have found a lovely village here, and this actually, we need to make that safer, but this seems much more like my ideal place to set up shop. Yeah, because we've got a huge, vast expanse of already cleared land. Yeah. Can do a couple different levels, and then down there in this sort of hollow, we'll be able to build just a massive farm that stretches all the way there, and probably, yeah, we can build a house there that overlooks the Pillager outpost. That seems kind of sketchy, but I think that's what we're gonna go with anyway. Is that a shipwreck over there? Let me lean closer really quick to the screen. You know, I think by virtue of leaning into the screen, I have discovered another shipwreck, so that's good. It just proves once again the amazing efficacy of my strategy. It's got to be something, but I believe the sun is coming up over the hill, or else it's going down. Oh, no torches. Well, in that case, we definitely don't want to peek our head into that cave. But we are going to poke around the village here just for a little while until nightfall, and then, yeah, I think we'll use this area and a access point into the deep. I think we're not going to worry about that though, and probably just you know, pave over the top of it. But actually, no, because in that direction, right, there's just a huge amount of space. But that is the direction of the Pillager outpost. So, because, yeah, okay, so it's visible right here from the inside of town, which makes me a little bit worried for these folks. But, you know, if we look up and the Pillagers are coming in, then we will try to help. And if it seems like we can't help, well, then we won't. Nothing in this house. This house is slightly taller. It's got a hay bale on the inside. Curiouser and curiouser. Pretty interesting spot. Not going to pretend to understand what's going on with it, though. It seems... Oh, well, they got a balcony upstairs. Now I understand. It's all for beauty and fashion. Some house is going to have a chest in it, and I'll be able to see what these people think is valuable in the world. I know what I think is valuable, though, and that is a bunch of hay bales. Can't go wrong. That iron golem looking menacingly at us all, making sure that we engage in honest commerce, which is just what we'll do. We get the advancement for what a deal. And, you know, I am proud of us. It's not a deal that you could just make anywhere. Only a cunning knowledge of wheat would let you go into someone's village, take everything they had, and then immediately sell it right back to them. But pretty lame chest there, but a lot of bread is still, after all, a lot of bread, and that's good. So I think we're going to lay down here for the night, and then, well, this is maybe a good ending point for the video, yeah, because I will, we'll go and brawl with... Ooh, a cat! We'll go and brawl with the pillagers in the next video. Or actually, you know, why don't I just do that now? Because if I'm going to sort of ingloriously perish, then I might as well do it bravely, you know, with courage. Because I'm going to need to deal with this problem eventually, right? Or no, it's actually quite far away, isn't it? Well, I'm going to visit anyway. I'm going to see if they have any stuff worth taking. I'm going to see how hard a crossbow bolt hits. But most importantly, I'm going to be coming at this from a far enough away angle where I'll escape if need be. I left my bucket. You know, if I had my bucket, I would feel much more confident about all this. But I don't think there's really many melee pillagers. If memory serves, they tend to be all crossbow based. So we're not seeing too many now. I do believe they spawn in the daytime though. So as we get closer, we should expect to see them somewhere, I would assume. But we're coming around wide, right? We don't want to be coming in and realize there's 4 dudes somewhere else. All right, so man on the roof, man down low. We're just sneaking around here. So I think, yeah, we'll bushwhack this dude. He won't see what hit him. Oh my god, it's so hard to place a boat when you have a shield. Like I said, he won't see what hit him. Apparently it's hard to place a boat anywhere. There we go. Shield back on, and now we are going to attempt to bushwhack this pillager. We're just going to come up right on this side of him. It takes a little while for them to draw a crossbow back, of course, because of course it does. That's how a crossbow works, so we're able to get that in there. And I thought I saw another one in the distance in that direction, so that's one pillager down. Remember the words that I am willing to say, boat discipline, and grab our boat. And I think, yeah, we're just going to go up into the tower. We know there's a guy on the roof, but we also know that if we get inside, right, it's not like he's going to be able to affect very much fire superiority from up there, given the angles of the position. So we're just going to run right up. We hear one, but of course we know one is on the roof, so we're just going to go around here. Ignore him. Dark oak logs, bottle o enchanting, a goat horn that says ponder on it, so we'll see what that means later. And yeah, well, the good news is that I now am going to cut down some of this structure for my own purposes because this is a good place to get the logs. But I'm trying not to forget that this is like theoretically dangerous, right? But in smaller groups, they're not so threatening. But we can remove the roof and see if we can make him fall down. He'll take a little bit of fall damage, and then we just have to be careful that we don't hear any more of their weird little guffaw sounds, because that will be potentially fatal. All right, we're not making him fall. Alright, so pillager there, pillager there, pillager there. They are guarding the wrong entrance, so we are going to, well, laugh our way to the bank. I jumped so hard in real life, oh my goodness. How embarrassing. But I don't know how hard the crossbows hit, but... Oh, not that hard. But there are a lot of them here. And I'm down to a limited number of hearts. I need to just get up the stairs. Just briefly. Pretty tense, but I think we're going to be alright, as long as none spawn up here, right? Because we're just going to get our hearts back real quick. And get out of here. Alright. They're not going to be able to hit a shot at this distance. So we're just going to run out this way. And make a brilliant escape. Our health is going to regen in no time. I said in no time. Man, it takes a while for it to get going, doesn't it? Just an agonizing amount of time. Okay. It seemed like it was really taking a long time to regenerate, but... So the pillagers, you know, they definitely don't mess around too much. Once a couple of them know you're there, they really know you're there. But we're going to eat our chicken. We've got almost full HP again, and now I'm just wanting to leave no witnesses, because if we just go into this place, bushwhack them, leave a lot of bodies in the wake, and then leave, you know, the village might eventually get blamed for that, either one of them. But now we can feel better about that. I think we've left no witnesses. And of course, if you don't count the witnesses to me abandoning my boat, there's no witnesses there either. So pretty nice. Feel good about that combat. In retrospect, I should have been more aggressive moving upward whenever it started getting a little sketchy. I should have blocked myself in to eat and regenerate health, because that's that's just not a terribly wise plan on my part. I want to make sure to not leave the boat right by the bubbles, because they can be drawn down. But projectile projection 4, that seems pretty good. And that was a decent chest, but of course I need to go back down temporarily. If I had my aqua mining with me, which I don't. Alright, how best to do this? We will, directly sit on top of it, mine one block, go up to the surface for air, and then we'll go back down. So you need to be able to put your delicate little feet onto a surface if you don't have the aqua thing. Oh no, not the golden apple. So if you hit the crouch button, then you can mine underwater more efficiently. Just absolutely chowing down. And all right, pretty good stuff. We did what we needed to do. And I'm thinking, why am I going this way? I moved across land originally, right? But we'll just move in this direction instead. Be a little bit quicker, I think, than porting the boat and going to the other side. And of course, it'll give us an opportunity to see what's going on in these other surrounding biomes. See if there's something so jarring and beautiful that it would make us want to build there instead of in this sort of typical idyllic meadow setup, where we could build like on the top of that and Yeah, so Pillager outpost there. It's quite far from the village, and I don't think the native spawns would cause these villagers or me any problems, because it's several hundred blocks, right? A couple hundred, and I think that would be okay. But yeah, I hate to waste a beautiful natural arch like that, and I could put a little waterfall on one side of it, maybe, or not. You know, if it makes it look like tacky, then we won't do that. But yeah, I think this will be a more beautiful place to set up shop than over by the Savannah Village, even considering the jungle and the dark forest there. But actually, this is kind of samey, and there aren't that many flowers, so well, we'll go up top, like I said, and take a look at what what it would look like to build a house there. Of course, both possible areas are rather closer to the pillagers than we would want, and that's just that's just a feature of our two potential sites, right? Hole in the earth there, because the pillager, yeah, I mean, that's far. They're not gonna like casually see you. I don't think a mob that far away can even perceive your existence. But it's about to be nighttime, and then I could get perceived pretty easily. So we're going to make our way hastily down into the village and lay down for the night once more. All right, you know, it's funny how little things can change what goes on in Minecraft. Like a chicken falling into your little dirt house in hardcore can change everything about your whole future in the game. You might just leave your bed by accident, even though you've been talking about it, but not the boat. And laying down for the night feels good. We've got a place to be. So what I need to do is make a chest up top. What to do? You know, I think I'll stick with the original plan of doing it over by this village. I just think, yeah, you know, it's more varied. In my other world, you know, my spawn base was in a sort of forest area, sort of like that. And I like my hardcore world set near dark forests and jungles and stuff. So I think, yeah, that's what we'll go with. But we'll know that this village is here if we want to focus on it. And of course, this one's got a cleric tower, and that's excellent. So, okay. But a good move all around. We want to be careful not to look too closely down there, because Endermen do exist, and while I do have a shield, I would prefer to fight them in the middle of a bucket of flowing water. But, you know, we've got another village. It's not 4 villages within eyesight, but it's still a nice village. So I think we'll just, yeah, we'll return home since we're already on this side of the bay, or rather, we're not really on that side of the bay, are we? We're just here. But we're gonna go and grab some of this stuff because that was the original goal, and the closer you get to doing what you said you were gonna do, the better you feel. Unless what you said you were going to do is, you know, fall down and take too much damage and then get shot by a skeleton, in which case, how sad. You know, you gotta believe in yourself. I keep thinking about that shipwreck. The first shipwreck where I didn't find a third chest. I think I might go back to that in a future video, because yeah, that's gonna be the play. We'll go back to that shipwreck and check it out. after we build a slightly more permanent residence over there and an auto smelter and stuff. And then good old plains. So sad to lose it. Oh, this is a flower forest. That's right, I knew that. It's like, why would a plains have that many awesome flowers in that configuration? But the dolphin knows. The dolphin knows is special. And well, apparently there's a shipwreck right here. So jot that down, and I am going to, you know, we'll be back to sort that out as well when we come back with our aqua affinity for the other shipwreck. But first, we'll come up this way. Of course, that shipwreck won't give us a treasure map to any place that's relevant. Probably. It'll probably be one to a place that we've already been. But that is okay. Won't be the end all. We're just gonna crack that and not be able to pick everything up. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Alright, so this is like one of those terribly embarrassing moments, right? Where you're like, how could I have done this in public? So now we're just trying to get anything in here so that we can go and grab the rest of the junk. Alright, there we go. And of course, so much of this stuff doesn't matter, but you know what's worse than figuring out if something matters? Leaving it on the ground too long. To leave the boat here? Yes, you know, that's almost the same as boat discipline. After all, I knew I'd be coming right back for it. And that makes me not guilty. False. But we're going to craft boat with chest, because that will be the way to take all of this junk with me, where we will figure out for once and for all whether or not I even ever want to go to the Nether. I know there's good stuff there, I just, you know, likely need a lot of practice before I want to go somewhere like that in hardcore, since I've barely scratched it in hard on my survival world with all of my good gear. But there we go. Great success. And do I have doors? Yeah, alright. So I am actually, rather than immediately going back, I am going to try to search this shipwreck real quick. Even without aqua affinity. That's just because I have a few inventory slots here. But in retrospect, no. Aqua affinity will make all of that a million times easier. Because if I'm going to have to crack through a bunch of sandstone, I'm going to want, you know, proper way in. But, you know, actually, I kind of want to expand out and save that ship. Like make a little glass wall there. But not as much as I want to remember that I just saw the beautiful color of exposed iron. No. The mediocre and disappointing color of exposed copper, which we shall leave there to, you know, taunt me a second time later on whenever I notice it. But now, at last, we have got basically all of the raw materials that we've got on the world, which amounts to stuff, including a goat horn that makes you ponder. I might blow that at some point, but I'm afraid that it would, like, call a bunch of pillagers to the position, so I would want to do it if I was, you know, like in a place where I could James Bond off of a roof or something. Just Batman it and shoot them all with a truth serum that made them say that they were sorry about the crossbows, that it was their way of compensating for not being like, you know, the woodcrafter or stonemason they always dreamed of being, how they kind of felt like they let everybody down. And I'd be like, hey, it's all right, pillager. You don't have to worry about it. What's important is that you change. And then when they started looking pensive, I would strike them upon the head with the goat horn, and that would be a really good technique to like sort of get a stealth removal. And that way, you know, you wouldn't have to worry about whether or not they were lying to you. I don't want to say you can't trust pillagers, but the first one I ever met shot me with a crossbow, and the second one I met ever shot me with a crossbow, and, well, you know, they, unlike villagers, they do not appear to get along well with others. It's possible that I could wear, like, a sweet robe or carry a crossbow, and it would be like a piglin situation where somebody told me that if you're, like, wearing gold, then they don't get angry at your existence. But unsure. There's something cool going on over there. Either that or it just appears to be something cool. I think we are going to check it out. Do I have a bed on me? Yeah. Bed but no torches. This might just be like an archaeology site. Peeking up because just the sort of, from far away, the way the structure is with a little bit of alternating color schemes above the waterline makes me think that it's not just like a random beach. So we'll see if that tracks or not. Oh man, the sheer bamboo. Beautiful. Beautiful. The sun is trying to go down. Yes, the structure does exist, but I really was sort of careless making my way toward it when it had been so long, but it'll be okay. We're going to be able to get to the beach before night properly falls. There's a nice little lukewarm ocean in that direction, which is beautiful. You get that sort of color that is a shade of blue, what I am describing, and hopefully that'll be nice, but was hoping to get a coral reef, but you cannot have absolutely everything. Not right away. Sometimes you have to wait. And night falls here, and we're just trying to get into the area of light that we've got here. So our little beach house is over in that direction. So we are going to cross through a little bit of darkness, and we'll deal with the consequences of that as they happen to arise. Oh man, I just remembered, this is going to make me sound like an idiot, that I have an MMO mouse, and, you know, that means, hey Garuda, who's a good old boa? But, you know, having an MMO mouse, that means that I can the bed is obstructed. Ah. Oh, no, no, no. Garuda, get back in here this instant. Oh, no. Garuda. Buddy. Buddy, it's scary out here. Garuda, come here, buddy. Come on, come on, come on. Come home. Garuda, right now, please. Oh man, I'm out of wheat seeds. I'm out of wheat seeds. I need. Oh, I don't love your behavior here, buddy. You're making me so nervous. I didn't mean to eat that chicken in front of you. I am sorry. Come on, come on. Get back in here right away. Alright, so I need to We'll just move the bed here. Oh man, the tension. I did not like that. I did not like any part of that. I do not like whenever he acts so rambunctious. Alright, we're gonna lay down. Oh. Okay. Clearly I've been playing this video slightly too long. Garuda, you get over here. Get over here and have your morning ritual wheat seed. And don't you scare me like that again. Looks at me like he doesn't know what's going on. Well, all that's to say, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I really hope you've enjoyed. And, you know, that our best friend never puts us through anything like that again. There's an armorer here, which is good. They are the worst farmers ever here in this town, though. They've just, man, they plant in weird areas. They've got a mess, but we're going to be able to help with that in the long run. But first things first, we're going to end this video, and the next one should just be a whole lot of macro level stuff. The building of an auto smelter, the production of charcoal, the clearing of land, and the like. And so if that's what you're in for, or what you're into, then you are in for an absolute delectable treat. No artificial sweeteners added in the next video. But I know I said I was going to go look for the shipwrecks, but now that I'm here, and Garuda scared me so much, I need to get a proper house where he's not going to wander out of the doors, and where we have a good bed for the future, where we can get a pet cat, and start, you know, start learning how to love the hardcore world of Minecraft again and not be nervous. Spend some time on the surface with plenty of torches around, and you know, that was a fun little time. Pillagers made me a bit nervous, but I guess I wasn't down to much more than like half health at any point, except for when I was running away, where I was nearly dead. So, you know. Anyway, as I was saying, I was going to end it, and now I think I'm even going to keep that promise. So, thank you so much. I really do hope you've enjoyed.